Hey, everybody. Hope everyone is having a wonderful, wonderful start to their day. As always, as you come on live, please do drop into the comments below hi and where you are tuning in from, or hashtag live, hashtag replay. If you are coming in on the replay, please tag some people, share this video, but also don't forget whatever reaction you'd like to give, like, love, support. I would really appreciate it. It also lets me know that you've resonated with this, and I love hearing all the feedback from you guys. Also, if you haven't done so yet, you can always go to my profile after we are done. You can hit my follow button, and you can then also ring my LinkedIn notification bell so you are notified of when my content is published. Hey, Vicky, good to see you jumping on. So we got Missouri in the house. So again, as always, please drop into the comments. Let me know where you are watching and tuning in from. I love hearing all different places and faces. Hey, Holly, good to see you jumping on as well. So we're going to be talking about something important when you are building your networks on LinkedIn. And the other thing, I just want to remind people, a week from today, so next Monday, crazy enough, is Cyber Monday. And next Monday, I'm going to be doing a free workshop from 7 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live and recorded. The replay will be available until Sunday, December 4th. It's the 4 layers of LinkedIn training, 60 minutes of training, 30 minutes of live coaching and Q&A. So if you would like to register for that, we have close to 400 people registered now, which is so amazing. Just drop an I do in the comments below if you would like to register. And obviously, I can get you that registration link. Hey, Cass, good to see you jumping on. So again, if you're coming on live, don't just watch, engage. Let me know where you're coming in from. You can tag some people, share this video, like, love, support, whatever you would like to do to let me know reaction-wise that you've resonated with this. So what we're going to be talking about today is, I would say, there are two camps when it comes to the thoughts that I'm going to share with you guys this morning. And this has to do with adding notes to your connection requests. And Vicky said she's going to be attending. Awesome. We'll see you there. So glad that you're going to be joining us, Vicky. Now, there's two types of people on LinkedIn. There are people that add a note to every single connection request. And there's also people that don't really add notes, or they are strategic in what they are adding to a note when they're sending a connection request. Now, what I will tell you is this. There's a problem. There's a problem going on LinkedIn right now in regards to the types of notes that are being added to connection requests. Now, I think we can all agree that we're all sick and tired of the 18-paragraph long drunkalog verbal vomit spammy messages that we've been receiving on LinkedIn over the last number of years. So if you are sick and tired of those spammy messages that we're getting on LinkedIn, just drop a me in the comments below. Because me, for one, if you're going to send me a spam message, that's an instant, either I'm going to remove you as a connection, or if it's bad enough, I'll actually block you from being able to connect with me moving forward. Because it is bad. And I get them every single day. So I'm blocking, deleting, and removing connections every single day. And Cass says, me, yep, it's bad. And I keep thinking about the thought that comes to my mind is, wow, do these people actually think this is going to work? And who's teaching them to do this? And Vicky says, me too. Yeah. It's horrible. Now, what I'll say to you is this. That is a version of the spray and pray methodology. So I'm going to send out a bunch of connections, and then I'm going to send a ton of drunkalog verbal vomit messages to back them up. Now, outside of that, what I started to see an uptick in, I would say in the last year or so, is not just connection requests being sent to me, but the notes that are being attached to those connection requests. And I'm going to show you an example of some of the ones that I've gotten recently and what I would do with them. Because there is a right and a wrong way to add a note to a connection request. So you can see these are some of the connection requests that I've recently got. So Philip sent me a message. Hey, Scott, you popped up on my suggested connection list this morning, so I thought I'd reach out. I hope you're well and having a great week. That's all fine, well, and good. What's that telling me? We all have suggested connections. If we go into the My Network area, we're going to have hundreds of suggested connections. It's too general. Now, if he reached out to me and said, hey, Scott, I noticed that you were big into collaborations. So am I. It's how our business is grown. Would love to hear what you're open to as far as collaborations. Would love to connect. That is something that I would totally be open to accepting and discussing further. So this is a no-no. Now, look at the one below it. This guy, Scott writes, hi, Scott. Quote, if you are looking for an experienced LinkedIn mentor or trainer, I highly recommend Scott. Great words by Tatiana. Love to connect. Again, and just to let you know how lazy people are, he went to my profile. He went down to my recommendations. The most recent recommendation that I have received is from my friend Tatiana. And all he did was take the top line of that. Why would I accept that? What is that telling me? Great words. Okay. Why would you love to connect? So if you're not stating a purpose, what kind of inclination do I have in actually wanting to connect with you? So if that makes sense to all of you guys so far, just drop a Y or a yes in the comments. Again, if you're coming on late, please do say hi and where you're tuning in from, or hashtag live, hashtag replay if you are watching this in on the replay, so I can go back and say hello later. And don't forget to like, love, support, whatever emoji reaction you would like to use to let me know that you resonated with this. But also don't forget next Monday, a week from today, 7 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am doing a free LinkedIn 4 layers of LinkedIn training workshop. The first 60 minutes is teaching. The last 30 minutes is Q&A and coaching. And would love to see you there. Just drop an I do in the comments below if you would like to register. Now, if you go down further, look at this one. You want to talk about spam. Look at this one. Hi, Scott. Sarah here. Each month, I pick 5 coaches and course creators for a free audit of their Facebook ads and funnels to uncover any missed opportunities. The most common ones we work with are SLOs, webinars, challenges, and booked calls funnels. Would you be interested in one of the spots this month? I mean, come on. Come on. I mean, it's just lazy. It's just pure laziness. We pick 5 coaches. I mean, this has spam and laziness written all over it. Now, let me show you an example of one that was done correctly. Look at Rita's. Hi, Scott. I'm in Adam Strong's Game Changers coaching program, and it looks like I just missed your mastermind session for our group a couple of months back. I thought it would be great to connect. Why that is such a great note is because A, I know exactly who Adam Strong is. He's a friend of mine. He was on my podcast. I was on his podcast. I did a masterclass in his mastermind, which Rena is a part of. And she stated that fact. She reached out and said, hey, I'm a part of Adam's program. I missed your training. Would love to connect. So she's stating a relatable connection point. That is a prime example of the proper way of adding a note to a connection request on LinkedIn. Now, so you saw some garbage and you saw some gold. You don't want to send garbage notes. You want to send notes that are full of connection, full of relatability, and full of trust. Now, people ask me all the time, well, when should I add a note on LinkedIn? There's 3 instances. Number 1, you know the person. So my friend Holly's on here. Maybe we're not connected on LinkedIn, but we're connected on Facebook and, we know each other personally. She can find me on LinkedIn, send me a connection request. She can add a note. Hey, Scott, crazy enough, we're not connected on here. Would love to connect you on LinkedIn as well. That's a connection request I would accept because it's someone that I actually know. It's a friend or an acquaintance. And they're stating that fact. I don't have to, who's that? Well, you know exactly who it is. It's someone that you know. So that is the first instance. The second instance is you were referred to connect with them by someone else. So that example could be, say I worked with, and I'm going to use Cass as an example since she's on here. Say I coached one of Cass's friends. One of Cass's friends hired me to coach them on LinkedIn. They got great results, had nothing but nice things to say about me. Cass and this friend, who was my ex-client, were talking about, things that she was struggling with. And she's like, man, I really wish I could learn LinkedIn, blah, blah, blah. And this friend would say, well, listen, you should reach out to my coach, the person who helped me. He could really help you. Reach out to him on LinkedIn and let him know I was the one that said to connect. Cass is going to say, great. Finds me on LinkedIn, sends me a connection request, and she'll add a note. Hey, Scott, your client and my friend so-and-so suggested I reach out to you since I want to learn how to leverage LinkedIn the way that you taught her. Looking forward to connecting. That is also a prime example of a time where I would accept the connection request because Cass is clearly stating a connection point between myself and the person that I used to work with that is her friend. So again, number 1, you know the person. Number 2, you were referred to connect with them by someone else, maybe someone that you worked with. So if everybody is clear on that, just drop the word clear in the chat. And again, if you've come on late, hi and where you're tuning in from, or hashtag live, hashtag replay if you're watching this on the replay. Tag some people, share this video, like, love, support, whatever emojicon you would like to use to let me know that you're resonating. Don't forget to follow me on LinkedIn and ring my LinkedIn notification bell so you're notified of all my content. But also don't forget, drop an I do in the comments below if you would like to attend our free 90-minute 4 layers of LinkedIn workshop, which is next Monday, 7 to 8:30 p.m. EDT. So, number 1, you know the person. Number 2, you were referred to connect with them by someone else. The third and final, you heard that person speak on a podcast or even read their book. Or Cass says yes, clear. And Vicky says yes, clear. Awesome. So the example that I gave all of you earlier, the person who knew me through Adam Strong's mastermind. You know, I heard you spoke, would love to connect further. I have people reaching out to me all the time on LinkedIn. Hey, I heard your latest podcast episode, would love to connect. Hey, I just grabbed a copy of your book, would love to connect. Hey, I gave a keynote at a corporate training conference last weekend in California. And I had a bunch of people reach out to me. Hey, loved your talk today at our corporate event, would love to connect on LinkedIn. That is a prime example of when it's appropriate to add a note. You're adding a note to let the person know how you know them, not these canned, spammy notes that we keep getting. And that's why a lot of accounts are getting blocked, because so many people are hitting that ignore button. No one wants to be spammed. No one. So again, if you're going to add a note, make sure you know the person. If you're going to add a note, let them know that you were referred to connect with them by someone else. And if you're going to add a note, let them know that you heard them speak at a conference, on a podcast, read their book. State the connection point between you and the other person. And I have suggested 2 people to you recently and shared your most recent book. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I can't see who it just says Facebook user. I can't see who that is, but whoever it is, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. So leave in the comments below, what was your biggest takeaway from today's training on when you should add a note to a connection request on LinkedIn? And don't forget, our final free workshop of the year is next Monday, 7 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at Cyber Monday. We're doing the 4 layers of LinkedIn, optimizing your profile, building your ideal client network, messaging and sales calls, and creating content that engages your audience. So leave your comment below. What was your biggest takeaway? Love and gratitude to each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.